Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
Really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 230 of Weather Weekly. Good to be with you, meteorologist Marcus Bailey from Wish TV in Indianapolis, Indiana. Coming off, kind of a soggy weekend at times. I know that we had a good chunk of our Saturday that we were able to avoid some rain, but obviously Saturday night got pretty wet. Parts of Sunday, pretty damp as well. I do have at least a bit of a drying out period, but I tell you, the wet weather pattern looks to kind of continue here for the long term. We will walk you through that here in this week ahead. And also, of course, look at some statistics. We'll talk about some Canadian wildfire smoke that could be back again. We had to deal with that early into the week last week. Might be something we'll have to keep an eye on here for this upcoming week. It is the week ahead for June 9th, 2025. All that and more next on Weather Week. This is the week ahead for June 9th, 2025. Let's go ahead and dive in with the 9th. That is Monday. Maybe some lingering showers kind of hanging on for the first half of the day, mainly in the morning, from the Sunday overnight cold front that moved through. Some showers. There might be a rumble of thunder, but I think this is going to be relatively light rain. And rain should pull out pretty quickly, I think, as we get later on in the morning. Drier air will start to settle in as we get deeper on into the day. So probably cloudy for a good chunk of the day. I do think we'll see some gradual clearing. At least I'm hopeful for it by the afternoon hours. So maybe a little bit of sunshine. We're going to be just a shade cooler of average. But all in all, once we get the rain and the cloud cover out of here from Monday, we really should be in for a nice day. I'm going to go with highs into the mid, maybe upper 70s. Winds, not a tremendous issue. All right. Keeping it quiet as we head into the overnight hours. Clear skies, comfortably cool, and lows will fall into the mid 50s with a light wind. Tuesday looks beautiful. In fact, middle of the week, really no issues here. As we'll have some high pressure kind of settling in. Tuesday, you're going to kind of have this westerly flow. You're going to get a lot of sunshine here for your Tuesday. That's the 10th. And temperatures are going to be just slightly below average. Highs into the upper 70s. But with that west and kind of northwest flow, the ongoing Canadian wildfires that we were tapping into last week, we may end up getting some of that overhead again. Again, I don't think it's going to really be a big factor on air quality. From what I can tell right now, a lot of that didn't come to the surface last week. I don't really see it becoming a big issue for us this week. But you'll get those kind of hazy looking skies, really pretty sunrises and sunsets. And that's what we'll be dealing with, I think, probably for Tuesday. As I mentioned, highs will be in the upper 70s, mainly clear for the overnight hours and mild with lows around 60 for Tuesday night. Wednesday and Thursday, I think, for the most part, are going to be dry days. Wednesday, definitely, with, again, high pressure settling in. We're going to have kind of a gradual warming trend. Might see an increase in cloud cover late Wednesday night, but I think you're going to have beautiful sunshine for Wednesday. We'll likely see highs into the mid-80s, so that puts us back to slightly above average. Maybe the humidity up just a touch. I don't think it's going to be super, super muggy. Wednesday night, clear and comfortable, lows into the mid-60s. Thursday, same thing. Sunny skies, warm, not super humid. Highs will be in the mid-80s. I think you'll have a few clouds starting to build then by Thursday night. And this is when the pattern is going to start turning a bit more active Thursday night and beyond, late week and then into the upcoming weekend, all right? So we'll see some increasing clouds, a few late scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder late Thursday night. Now, going into Friday and through the weekend, we're going to see kind of a weak, slow-moving, low-pressure system that's going to arrive from the southern plains. It's going to interact with another system that'll be coming out of the northern plains and into the Midwest. So both those are going to kind of converge over us. And that's going to bring some scattered rain chances. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty wet pattern. And like what we've experienced over the last few days, not necessarily a washout, but several rain opportunities. So that's going to begin on Friday with scattered showers and thunderstorms and highs into the mid-80s. That's going to continue Friday night, lows into the upper 60s. Saturday, showers are likely, some thunder possible. Now, just because you got this low, we've been used to getting these low pressures and it brings the temperatures down. That's not going to be the case this time. These are pretty weak. But there's going to be enough moisture in the atmosphere and enough agitation with these systems that obviously several rain opportunities, but it shouldn't yank down the temperatures too much. So we're still going to be right at or just above average. Saturday's highs will be in the low 80s, but it is a pretty good chance for rain up and coming. Sunday, I think, is going to be about the same. This system is just going to have a tough time kind of getting out of here. So we'll say scattered showers and thunderstorms on and off through the day. There's not a lot of organization. This isn't like a cold front that's going to be coming through here and it gets you like one good line. This is just going to be a slow-moving system that's going to sit and spin right over the Midwest. And because of that, it's just going to agitate the atmosphere to bring in these rounds of rain. The trend actually is going to go beyond our forecast here. I think there's a possibility you're going to have some wet conditions on Monday, possibly Tuesday of next week. So that would take you to the 16th and 17th. And potentially even into the 18th before things start to kind of settle down. So pretty active pattern. And both models seem to be kind of on board with that, with the action there. So we'll have to kind of fine tune that. It's a forecast you're going to want to pay attention to if you have some outdoor plans coming up. I know it's Father's Day weekend coming up this weekend. It's just something you're going to want to kind of keep an eye on if you do have some outdoor plans. Because we do this, kind of early on, if we're talking about the next weekend, it's a week out pretty much. There can still be a lot that can change in terms of timing, maybe even the location of that system. So yeah, just kind of keep an eye out for any changes that'll be coming. But it does look like as early as Thursday night, but certainly Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and potentially early in the week, next week, we're going to have several rain opportunities that we're going to have to deal with. And with that said, you're probably looking at, for rainfall in the 7-day, a decent amount. You could see around an inch of rain statewide. I think inch and a half, maybe even up to 2 inches of rainfall. That does go to show, though, if we're talking several rain opportunities, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be getting some real heavy rainfall here. Don't think that's going to be the case. Doesn't look like we're going to have severe weather to have to worry about. I know it's still, again, very far out and a lot can change. But there's no early indications that those are going to be kind of things that we're going to be needing to be overly concerned with at this point. Of course, if that changes, we will keep you updated. We'll update on social media, of course, and Wish TV and wishtv.com as well. All right. So at least we get kind of a nice stretch in the middle of the week. Things get a little bit active here by the end of this upcoming week. All right. We'll talk some climate stats and wrap things up. That's coming up next here on Weather Week. All right, let's talk some climate stats now as we got about a week of June under our belt. Already pretty wet for the month. About an inch and a third is where we stand right now. 1.33 officially in Indianapolis. Normal value 1.12, so we're up 0.21. Last year at this time we had 0.41. Since January, 19.24. We're still actually down almost a quarter of an inch, believe it or not. Last year at this time we were at 22.45, so we're a little bit behind our pace from last year. Okay, let's talk 8 to 14 day outlook here. This would take us from the 15th through the 21st of June. Kind of a weaker signal that we go above average across most of the states, central and southern Indiana specifically. Looks like northern Indiana might be near normal. And again, a weak signal for above average precipitation. So likely active pattern continuing in that same time frame, June 15th through June 21st. Yeah, so there you go. Just in case you were wondering, this should be not a surprise to anybody here. The drought monitor, which we haven't really spoken of much, but we are now well into the growing season, so it's something we want to kind of keep an eye on. Central and southern Indiana, no drought, obviously. Northwestern Indiana, believe it or not, is under a moderate drought right now. I mean, extreme northwestern Indiana. And there's really no signs that we're going to have enough rain to kind of kick that. So that'll be something worth watching here in the northwestern corner of the state. Kind of extends in the Chicago suburbs, northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, that sort of area. Again, central, northeastern, southern Indiana, none of that of a concern. We've had plenty of rain, and so we're in good shape in that regard. All right? Well, that's going to do it for this week's podcast. Always love your feedback. You can shoot me an email anytime, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. You can also reach me out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. I'm on all of those platforms. Just search for Marcus Bailey or Marcus Bailey Weather on any of those platforms. Also, you can get our forecast 24 hours a day at our website, wishtv.com/weather, and our free Storm Track 8 weather app. Just go to your phone's app store and search for Wish TV Weather. Also, you can get my forecast Monday through Friday on TV, locally in central Indiana, Channel 8, and worldwide on the web, wishtv.com, and click the live stream button. I'm there daybreak, 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Hope to see you there. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all parts of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.